Yay! New scenery for today. How do you like it? I thought I'd change things back to the old scenery since it's a little more aesthetically pleasing. The other background in my kitchen really worked for a while because of the lighting, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to change it back, switch it up a little bit, and go from there. I'm still working on the home office. It's going to be a while. So, in the meantime, I'll just keep switching it up to different backgrounds within the house and maybe even outside eventually and just see what I can come up with. So, there is that. So, let's get into the video for today. Hello everyone, this is Jenny Yetto from the Pixie Pose, and I'm back with another exciting video. Before we get into it, I want to thank you for taking a look at this video. If you like what you see and the content that we provide on here, please feel free to click like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow, and it also allows me to continue to create the content that provides you value in your life. This video is all about motivation. Now, motivation is a huge word that we see in our day-to-day lives. We see it on social media, we see it on billboards, we see it on TV, we talk about it, we read about it, we discuss it. There's so many parts of our lives that actually have motivation in it. But do we really know what our particular motivation is? One motivation for one person can be totally different for someone else. And it's really important that we understand what lights that fire within us. So I have actually been instilling different little tricks and tips that have been helping me to figure out what my motivation is and helps me be aware of when I'm in the flow. Number one, what is your why? Now, your why is very important. It could be in a personal goal, a physical goal, a business goal, or even a spiritual goal. But whatever it is, you have to know why you want something. And it has to be bigger than just for that moment. I'm a YouTube influencer. I'm a content creator. I'm a part-time trader in the stock market and crypto. I hopefully am someone who inspires others, and I'm all the regular roles in daily life. I'm not perfect, but I do tend to juggle all these things somewhat effectively. My why, as far as my business and somewhat my personal life, is to help others see the value within themselves. And it's always been a driving force for me, but there's a lot of my life that I didn't know exactly how to do that. I was able to do that in personal relationships somewhat, and it wasn't something that I was trying to fix anybody or I was going into a relationship to do that. It just came naturally. But I think what it is, once I started honing in on what the driving force was for me in this YouTube channel and in my business in general, then I was really able to get some momentum and really start making content and directing things in that path. So once you have some clarity on what your why is, then you'll notice things will start coming a little bit easier as to what direction you want to go in. But in order to start and get on that path, you have to figure out what your why is. And it could be as simple as writing those things down. You could write several things that motivate you. It can be one or two things. It can be a lot of things. But actually honing it and putting it into one specific goal will really start you out on the right path. Number two, be in the energy frequency that you want to be in. And this consists of several different techniques. We all can do this in a different way. But when we're on the energy vibration of what we want and what we're working towards, you'll notice things start to flow a little bit easier, especially in your creative energy. When you're in the flow, that is your core energy. That is who you are, and that's why it comes easier. So what I do a little bit of meditation sometimes. I do mantras, like morning mantras or affirmations. It varies every day. I never really do the same thing every day. It's whatever I feel that works for me in the vibration that I'm in. Because some mornings, face it, I wake up not feeling like the greatest. So sometimes I'll do a little meditation, or I'll journal, or I'll even turn on YouTube and watch one of my favorite influencers or spiritual people that I watch. I can't think of the word. But whatever helps me get into that mindset, into that flow. Now, there are days I admit it just doesn't work. So I give myself permission to allow myself to have a day to just refresh, regroup, and not worry so much about it. But whatever helps you get into the energy frequency that you want to be in, do it. It's really, really imperative to be in that flow in order to continue on that path that you want to go on. One thing I remind myself of is I'm going to get the reflection of whatever energy I'm in. And it truly does start within. Once you look within yourself and see where you're at, you'll notice why your outside reality is reflecting that back to you. So you can always change it at any time of the day, any time of the year, what have you. But whatever it is, sometimes we have to tweak that a little bit. So those little practices can really help put things in perspective. And it can be as simple as just realigning yourself in whatever way that works for you. Number 3, be true to yourself. And I know I repeat this quite a bit. When you compare yourself to someone else and try to mirror their success, you're wasting time doing that. And time is an essential thing. Even though it is essentially an illusion, time management is very important when you're going towards your goals. And when you waste time worrying about somebody else or what they're doing and wishing that you were doing as well as them, or maybe even judging them for not doing as well, you're wasting your time doing that when you could be working on yourself and working on your own passion. That's something a lot of us tend to do, unfortunately, and a lot of it's subconsciously. Unfortunately, there's a lot of social media out there. There's other people bragging about their success. The pride kicks in, and of course we're going to look, and human nature, we're going to start comparing ourselves. So don't compare yourself. You have something unique to bring to the world. Even if someone else has done it, no one has done it in the way you can. So just remember that for that tip. And number 4, this is probably one of the other most crucial tips. Take action. Now, you can pray, meditate, journal, plan, which I do a lot of planning, just all those things. And they're all great and well, and they all have their place. But if you don't actually do something or take action, you're going to be at the same spot as you are right now. So basically, take action every day, show up every day. Even if it's in baby steps, you don't have to change the world in one day. You can actually just write a blog post or make a video, put a memorable tweet that's positive and inspiring out there. Give a call to somebody, network with somebody, build relationships, engage with them, engage with your community or your team that you work with. There's so many different things you can do. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, and you've heard many other people say this, I'm sure. If you're doing videos for the first time, or if you're doing blogs the first time, you're going to suck. And it's not me saying you suck, because I believe in you. But it's just the way it is. Because you're just starting out. You're figuring out what works for you, what your audience really resonates with, what your truth is, because it's a self-discovery as you're doing this as well. You'll grow and you'll learn things about yourself that you might not have learned about yourself and otherwise. Don't feel like what you do is a failure. Even if you do technically fail, it's not really a failure if you show up the next day and keep on going. It's basically a learning process. So really, I don't even like the word failure. I just say it as learning opportunities. And I still stutter in my videos. As you can tell, I'm not one of those big YouTuber people. And that's okay. I'm totally fine where I'm at. I'm in the present moment. But if I didn't take action, if I didn't do that one video that day, whenever it was, I wouldn't be here right now. And it's amazing what I've learned and what I'm still learning. And I'm open to learning new things all the time. But there comes to a point, you have to believe in yourself enough to take that step. And I think the scariest moment will be right before you do. But if you don't stop yourself and you don't get in your own way, you take that step, you'll be amazed at what you're capable of and what your growth process will be. As a friend of mine says, we're doing things. Just do things. I forget exactly how it was worded, but just do things. And if one thing doesn't work, that's okay. At least you tried it. You're never going to wonder, oh, what if? It's okay. It's a learning milestone. So just go on to something else that might inspire you or inspire others. You'll eventually find your passion, even if you don't know what it is right now. But just having a starting point will get you to the point you want to be at eventually. So that's another thing. Take action. Please take action, because the world needs whatever you can give it. So those are my tips for now for motivating yourself to pursue your daily goals. And again, that can be personal or business, even though I kind of put it toward, even though I used a lot of business analogy. That could be even in your spirituality or yourself, your shadow work. It could be so many things, whatever resonates for you. But really all comes down to is you're not stuck. You're not in a dead-end situation where you are. You always have a choice to empower yourself. It's just a matter of taking that first step and knowing what your driving force is. What is your why? What can you bring to the world? And you'll be amazed at what you discover along the way. And there's always somebody who might be watching your content or reading your blogs or listening to what you have to say. And they may be inspired themselves, and that'll plant the seeds for them to contribute to the world and start on their own path. We're all connected and we all inspire each other, whether we're conscious of it or not. So let's uplift one another. Bring something to the world and bring more light into the world, because goodness knows the world needs it right now. So now it's your turn. What is your why? And what is the first step you would like to take in order to go in that path, your path of empowerment? Feel free to comment in the description below. Let's start a conversation. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, that's my video for today. I hope you guys liked it. I thank you so much for your support. You've all been so amazing. And I will have some more videos coming out over next week. I may take the next couple of days off because I have a lot of house cleaning to do. And as ashamed as I am to show you, yeah, that's happening. So I got a lot of laundry, a lot of cleaning to do that I put off. I will be doing another day in the life of Pixie, possibly next week. Plus, I'll have a reading coming up later in the month, as well as some other little videos along the way. So until the next time, to know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste. You know, I just started this video and now my face is itching so much. Got hair in my, is those energies trying to get in the way, and it's not going to happen. So forgive me if I'm itching like a mofo. I'm a YouTube channel. person. I don't know what I am. I don't know what I am, but I'm something. Oh, shit. Someday I'll understand what the fuck I'm doing. I'm getting it. Slowly but surely, but I'm getting it. And, yeah, I have no idea what I'm saying because I'm just winging this. Yeah, real good idea, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. What is your why? Feel free to click like and subscribe. What the fuck? Universe, please help me. Don't get in my way today. Don't let me get in my way. Click and like and subscribe. I'm dead. Brain dead. Totally dead. Like the plants. Another exciting video. Feel free to click like and subscribe. I can't seem to get this intro done. It seems to be a pattern that is happening, and I'm not quite liking this. So let's not do this. Welcome back, and this is not flowing. And they say resistance is futile, but I think the resistance is here with a big fat R. Motivation technically means what I have no idea. I just use the damn word. Oh my god. Oh god. Someday there will be a day in the future, hopefully the near future, that I will be able to put my words into actual real sentences.